Imagine this. You're home alone. The house is quiet, almost too quiet. The kind of silence that makes you hyper-aware of every little sound. It's late. The house creaks, settling into the night. You tell yourself it's just the house adjusting, but there's an unsettling feeling you can't shake. You're about to drift off to sleep when you smell it. A faint, acrid odor. It's so subtle that you almost think you're imagining it. You dismiss it as a trick of your senses. Big mistake. Ignoring that smell could be the difference between safety and disaster. That smell could be a silent, invisible threat. A gas leak, a smoldering wire, or even a chemical reaction happening somewhere in your home. A fire hazard lurking in the shadows. These dangers don't announce themselves with fanfare, they creep in quietly, waiting for the right moment to strike. We often think of danger as something dramatic, something that happens elsewhere. We see it on the news, in far-off places, affecting other people. But the truth is, danger can be as close as the air we breathe, as intimate as the spaces we consider our sanctuaries, as familiar as the homes we live in. Our homes, where we feel safest, can harbor hidden threats that we overlook in our daily routines. It often wears the disguise of the mundane, the everyday objects and routines we take for granted, the things we use without a second thought. But don't be fooled. This false sense of security can be our downfall. We must remain vigilant, aware of the potential dangers that lurk in the background. This false sense of security can be our downfall. The most dangerous threats are often the ones we fail to recognize, the ones that blend seamlessly into our everyday lives. The most dangerous threats are often the ones we fail to recognize, the ones that simmer beneath the surface of our awareness. They hide in plain sight, waiting for a moment of inattention. The ones that simmer beneath the surface of our awareness. It's crucial to stay alert, to question the unusual, and to never take our safety for granted. Let me tell you a story, a true story, one that could happen to any of us, at any time, without warning. It's about a family much like yours or mine. They were happy, content, and living their lives with joy and laughter. They lived in a cozy suburban home, their lives filled with the comforting rhythm of everyday routines. Mornings were spent rushing to work and school, evenings were filled with family dinners and bedtime stories. One evening a fire broke out in their kitchen. It started small, just a flicker of flame from a pot left unattended on the stove. A pot left unattended on the stove. It was a simple mistake, one that anyone could make, but it had devastating consequences. It seemed like a small mishap, easily contained, but tragedy struck. The fire grew quickly, feeding on the kitchen's contents, spreading faster than anyone could have imagined. The family didn't have a fire extinguisher. They had always meant to get one, but it was one of those things that kept getting put off. They hadn't practiced a fire escape plan. Panic set in. Precious minutes were lost as they tried to figure out what to do, where to go. The fire spread rapidly, engulfing their home in flames. Thankfully, the family survived. They managed to escape, but not without scars, both physical and emotional. But their story serves as a stark reminder, a reminder of how quickly life can change, how a moment of inattention can lead to disaster, a reminder that disaster can strike anyone, anytime. No one is immune, no matter how careful we think we are. This family's story is not unique. It's a story that is played out in countless homes, in countless towns and cities. It's a story repeated far too often. Each time the details may differ, but the outcome is heartbreakingly similar. But it doesn't have to be this way. We can take steps to protect ourselves and our loved ones. We can be prepared. We have the power to change the narrative, to rewrite our destinies. By being vigilant, by planning ahead, by taking simple precautions, we can prevent such tragedies. Let's learn from this story and make sure it doesn't become our own. Did you know that falls are one of the leading causes of accidental death? It's true. Every year, countless individuals suffer debilitating injuries or worse from falls. A misplaced rug, a wet floor, a poorly lit staircase. These seemingly insignificant hazards can have life-altering consequences. And it's not just falls. Our homes are filled with potential toxins. Cleaning products, pesticides, medications. These substances, often stored within easy reach, can pose serious risks, especially to young children. We must be vigilant. We must treat our homes not as sanctuaries of comfort, but as environments that demand our respect and awareness. Now, let's explore how to create a safer living space. Knowledge is power. Empowering yourself against the unseen. The good news is, knowledge is power. By arming ourselves with information, by understanding the potential risks that surround us, we can greatly reduce the likelihood of accidents and emergencies. Simple steps can make a world of difference. Securing loose rugs, installing grab bars in bathrooms, storing hazardous materials out of reach. Education is our first line of defense. Teach your children about safety. Talk to your loved ones about potential hazards. Share your knowledge with your community. Remember, safety is not a solitary pursuit, it's a collective responsibility. The vital importance of quick thinking. In an emergency, every second counts. A fire doubles in size every minute. A person can lose consciousness in minutes without oxygen. Knowing how to respond quickly and effectively can mean the difference between life and death. Have you ever taken a first aid course? Do you know how to perform CPR? Could you stop a bleeding wound? These are not just skills for medical professionals. These are life-saving skills that every individual should possess. Imagine the power of knowing that you have the ability to save a life, to act decisively in the face of fear and uncertainty. Be the hero of your own story, a call to preparedness. We are all capable of extraordinary courage and resilience. These qualities lie dormant within us, waiting for the right moment to be awakened. But these qualities are often awakened in the crucible of crisis, in those moments when we are called upon to act. It's in these critical times that our true strength and character are revealed. Don't wait for tragedy to strike. The time to prepare is now, before the storm hits, before the ground shakes, before the unexpected happens. Be proactive, be prepared. Take the steps necessary to ensure your safety and the safety of your loved ones. Create a safety plan for your home. Discuss it with your family, make sure everyone understands their role. Designate escape routes and meeting points. Know where to go and what to do in case of an emergency. Practice fire drills with your family. Make it a routine so that everyone knows exactly what to do without hesitation. Make sure everyone knows what to do in an emergency. Knowledge and preparation can make all the difference. Remember, preparedness is not about living in fear. It's about being ready, being aware, and being confident. It's about living with awareness, with a sense of agency, with the confidence that we can face the unexpected with courage and competence. Preparedness empowers us to take control of our lives and protect those we love. So take action today. Be the hero of your own story. Your future self and your family will thank you for it. Your first aid arsenal, equipping yourself for any situation. Think of it as assembling a toolkit for survival. A well-stocked first aid kit is essential for every home. Bandages, antiseptics, pain relievers, gauze. These simple supplies can be lifesavers in an emergency. But it's not enough to simply have these items on hand. You need to know how to use them. Familiarize yourself with the contents of your first aid kit. Learn basic first aid techniques. Consider it an investment in your well-being, in the safety of your loved ones. Because in the face of the unexpected, knowledge and preparedness are our greatest allies. One wrong move, one careless moment, that's all it takes for disaster to strike. Injuries and emergencies don't give warnings, and the aftermath can change your life forever. Are you prepared for the unthinkable? Most people aren't, and the results are devastating. If this made you pause, smash that like button, subscribe for life-saving tips, and share this video. It could be the difference between life and death for someone you love. Want to know how to stay truly safe? Click the link in the description for must-have resources to protect yourself and your family. And don't look away. Click now to watch the next video, where we reveal another hidden danger that you can't afford to ignore. The time to prepare is now.